Yeah, this is man versus music. Ah, you know what I'm saying? Michael Eiffel in the building, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it like this. It ain't flavor, it's fever. Niggas got penny on the wall. I'm on that. Niggas got phony on the ball. I'm on that. Get it, I'm on that. Yes, I'm on that, man. What? I'm on that. Get it, I'm on that. Take it down. I'm on that. Take it down.
What's going on, world? I'm Wesley from Aconnectiontv, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I know y'all are like, what is going on with this couch? Y'all got all these, I got all these different men's up on here. Now, we do have some vagina in the house, but the vagina is saying that she don't want to be on camera because she think I'm gonna be slick with the mouth.
Boy, I am so serious. Like, really? That's what you do now?
No, but I told y'all that on Culture Club, I wanted to have different perspectives. And the only way that you can get a different perspective is if you get like different like races and genders. And she's a straight female, gorgeous straight female. And I'm like, okay, she needs to be on. She's like, and you about to no. So I'm like, all right, cool. But we still got some diversity on the couch now. Everybody's a familiar face at this point because this will be episode 4. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 personalities for you guys to berate and digest and question and figure out what's going on. Okay. But you definitely said that you wanted to clarify something up with your particular video, and what was that you wanted to clarify? Actually, before we get into that, everybody reintroduce yourselves.
Definitely.
Okay, my name is Tehran.
Age?
I'm 31.
All right.
What's your race, man?
I'm black.
Race?
Race matter. Race doesn't matter.
Because he could be something totally different, man. Like, I've definitely been...
You can't judge a book by its cover. He could be white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Paris. I'm the COO of LUL Magazine. I'm black from Akron, Ohio. 24.
All right. I'm Wesley. Y'all know who I am. I'm 21. I appreciate the love.
I'm TC, owner, media marketeer. I am 23. No, I'm 31.
Ooh.
You
touching it right there.
Why you try? Okay.
What's going on again? My name is Dwayne, guys. I'm CEO of LUL Magazine, acronym standing for Let Us Live. Registered network with you guys if you have any stories that you want to tell. 25 soon in February.
Credits at the bottom on the Gmail. Had to add that on.
Hey everybody, I'm Jermaine. I'm 20-something. And that's what's up. That's it.
All right.
Senior thot.
Senior thot is the nickname. Senior thot is the nickname. You'll see that right under his kneecaps. Senior thot. Okay, can you explain
What lies they tell?
Is anyone else on this couch a thot?
Are we trying to say
What's your
I'm a
definition of a thought?
Really?
You said a thought. What's your definition of a thought?
Well, yeah, the definition is as it spells out. That hoe over there. So are you usually that hoe over there?
Hopefully I'm not. I don't think I am. I wouldn't use that.
Okay. What about you, Paris? Even though you're in a relationship, are you that hoe that's sitting over there with the drink?
No, I'm not sitting over there. I'm sitting right here, but I'm not that hoe over there. No, I ain't that. Are you that hoe over there?
People think I am. Because a lot of people try to, latch themselves onto me and attach themselves onto me, and I'm very flirtatious. I'll flirt with you if I think that you're attractive.
It's not the wrong
huh?
It's not the wrong
Right. I mean, I think so. I think so.
You're single, right?
But people just say, "Oh, he's a hoe. Oh, he's a hoe." Like if I like your pictures on Instagram, I'm a hoe. Like what? I don't understand that concept. But people get mad, and you know who I'm talking about because I know you're probably watching this video.
What's the name?
Huh?
What's the name?
I'm not gonna put them. I don't
want to put I don't like people like you trying to spread the word.
I'm not gonna put him out on Fresh Street, but what I will say though is that he's very popular for doing fitness videos, and he's always popping off at the gums because I'm liking particular people's accounts. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, no, I'm not a thought.
Is his name Blake?
No.
No.
Oh, you throwing out names? Oh, you throwing out names? But are you a thought?
Are you a thought?
Am I a thought? People might say I'm a thought, because I DJ or whatever, but
Oh, okay.
I'll speak to you. Don't mean I'm trying to get next to you, but okay, whatever.
Okay. Are you a thought?
Hell no, ain't no thot. I don't know who came up with it. I mean, hey, it's a little trend that's going on right now. Shout out to Tatiana Kareem. You came up with that name, man. But hell no, and that's all I got to say.
Okay. And we got the senior thought. We already know that senior thought is a thought, but at the end of the day,
I am not a thought. Okay, a thought is someone that goes around and has sex with everybody and the mama.
No, that's a hoe.
well, that hoe over there.
Yeah, that hoe over there.
Okay.
Right.
But I don't. Yes, but I do have my little dirty little deeds here and there. But I don't have sex. I have sex with particular people. Okay, there you go.
What's your particular people?
People.
Like
People.
Okay, guys, actually, let me stop. I'm not a bisexual, no tea, no shade. But yes,
people, it's all sorts of people, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, good, innocent, not whole type of people. Because two hoes, you know what? I'm not trying to catch an STD.
Okay.
No, well, yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's what's up.
Very
That's
interesting.
what's up, man.
So, yeah. Welcome to the panel.
And I'm
all
a
of you
faithful
guys.
thought too. See, if I'm in a relationship, yes, let me go ahead.
I never heard that.
If I'm not in a relationship,
How are you a thought and faithful?
no, let me tell you. If you're not in a relationship,
but
That housewife over there.
Right, that housewife over there.
I'm not gonna explain it before that
There's no
jump.
explaining to
That housewife over there.
That's exactly what that is.
I guess this
Go
thought
ahead,
faithful
I'm
code.
listening. What's up?
All right. What I'm trying to say is this: if I'm not in a relationship and I'm chilling with somebody for like a good week,
Not an hour.
but anyway, so like a good week, yeah, something might go down.
Oh.
You know, like.
But how does that make you faithful?
Yeah, I see what you're not faithful. You just made that
No. If I'm in, if I'm single, and I'm talking to someone for a week.
But that's not called a thought faithful.
Because he made it to a whole week.
But no,
that's a thought faithful.
That's a thought temporary. That's a thought temporary. Like,
I'm trying to think.
oh, that's a fresh thought.
Why would you want to be called?
if I'm in a relationship, I would not fuck with nobody else. I'm only fucking with that one person that I'm talking to. But if I'm just So you're just fucking around, but just fucking around.
That's the definition?
Yes.
But if
faithful thought is someone that's in a relationship, he's perfectly with you. But
if you're only messing with one person, you're not a thought.
Yeah.
If I'm not dating or talking to nobody, well then I'm just gonna have my dick sucked from this person.
So okay, let's play this.
But this
let's
is my
clarify
thing.
this
Before you
We're gonna.
So you okay with giving your body to any random ass individual?
No.
Because you said if you're not in a relationship, you're just gonna get your dick sucked.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. So you okay with getting your dick sucked with any random individual, man, and you don't even know anything about it?
Not any random individual, all right?
You said anybody, right?
No. Get my dick sucked. I said I talk to a specific type of people.
But that was not the same definition of thought faithful. That wasn't in the same category, in the same sentence. So where did you get the dick sucked from? I'm trying to figure. No, we all. Anybody else will say something. I'm trying to figure out what thought faithful means. I ain't never heard
I don't know.
Thought faithful.
Look it up. Thought faithful in the dictionary.
I'm sure it's not in the dictionary.
It's not in the dictionary.
If it's in there, look.
Okay, so let's clarify something real quick. What is a thought?
And if you know what it is,
I mean,
over there.
But everybody apparently everybody has a different
I mean,
definition.
a thought is the same thing as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's just a different word.
So what is the definition of a hoe?
It's a
What
new
is the
generation
definition
right
of
now.
a
You know,
hoe?
the new generation coming up with these new words. So it's just another definition of a hoe.
But what's the definition of a hoe?
A hoe is somebody that just fuck any other person, pretty much. They don't care. Condom on or off. You know what I'm saying? They don't.
Well, I guess I'm not a thought then.
Oh.
Okay, let's keep it
You know,
going.
That's a slut. I would say that's a
Whole
slut.
slut.
And they all in the same
No,
category.
but slut is like nasty though. Like I can have a lot of sex
I mean,
with
that
somebody.
hoe could be nasty too, right?
a hoe can be
She
nasty.
don't care. She got that condom stuck in her from last week. And she
What makes
look,
a
we gotta go there. Look.
I think a slut.
Nothing.
Really? You think a slut and a hoe is the same thing?
I think they're the same
Yeah, it's
thing.
same
I don't know.
thing.
Slut
It's
just
all
sound
the same.
nastier though. Slut just sounds
So that's what the new generation word is thot.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's definitely a new
But you know
generation.
what?
Thot is just a word that is consumed all the badass words that you can name somebody. I think thot it just sums it all up.
So
You don't even have to use
Tatiana,
anything separate. It's just a slut, a hoe, a douchebag, whatever the fuck you want to call somebody. That's exactly what it is. It's just all summed up in one word.
So you already cleared up thot. Your thot faithful. You already
So are you still
I'm
not a thought.
Okay. Okay, so you're not thot. Okay.
So you're not the senior thought anymore?
That's when I'm drunk. I'm like, if I ever.
But you don't drink.
I'm not. No, I told when I told you.
You make sure y'all.
If you listen to the last part, if I did get a little tipsy, I got to start grabbing dicks from this person to that person.
Okay, so I think that leads us into the next category.
All right.
Which is, what is your don'ts for individuals? Like, I will not mess with you if, is what I'm saying. So like, if someone, what is not gonna make you talk to someone? Like, what are your vices?
If they have bad breath.
Bad breath.
Bad breath.
Give me 3 vices.
Bad breath. If they don't dress nice, not saying they have to dress the best, but just present yourself. Don't be sloppy and nasty.
But what happens if you see them when they get off work? So how do you know they dress?
Well, you still can dress
Well, if
nice
you sloppy at work,
They might be construction workers. They might be, you know what I'm saying? They don't know.
Okay.
So
And then I would say the last vice is somebody who can't communicate their thoughts and have a conversation with you.
Okay, so those are good 3 vices. What are your 3 vices? They can be the same thing if you like, but you know, what are your 3?
The breath thing, like we talked about earlier about the friend thing. Don't mess with one of my friends, family, whatever. That type of person. And someone I got a car.
The camera can't hear you. Say that one more
Say it
time.
out loud. Say it out loud. I like that one. Go ahead.
You need a car. A car.
So those are your 3 vices.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we was talking about that last episode with the start.
do
And all y'all
mine.
want to
I'll
jump
do
on my
mine
throat
last.
for that. But this is
No, we talking. Oh yeah, because the start. I'm not around.
What are your vices?
3, so what's your vices?
My 3 vices. Okay, let me think. Hold on, I'm gonna let this marinate real quick. One vice is hygiene. I definitely believe that. That's from head to toe. Now, my feet aren't the cutest, but I don't want to see no bunions, no corns. And when you take off your socks, I don't want to go like this. You know what I'm saying? So hygiene is a must. What the bartender said that he liked musty balls, and Paris said that he liked musty balls.
Hold on, let's clear that up.
Hold on, wait. This is my segment. Hold on. This is my segment. So I'm saying I don't really care for musty balls because the penis area, the genital area can really be rank, okay, and not be up to par. So I don't want to deal with that. So hygiene, number 1. Number 2, I don't like. How can I say this? People that are just nasty, like sexually nasty. Like if you can't tell me when the last time you got tested, if we go to the club and you slept with 15 people that I said hello to, like people like that, that's really nasty to me. I don't know. I have a problem with that. And then communication is numero uno for me. If you can't, as a grown man, simply communicate to another grown man, whether or not you care for them or not, but you can't simply communicate, that's a complete turnoff for me. And I find you not to be a man, you're actually a boy. So I tend not to want to deal with you if you have those 3 vices. So yeah. Sir.
Okay, my 3 vices are, number 1, if you have no goals, no personal goals, that really
That's a good
tells me that where I want to go with you or what we could develop together as in a relationship as partners. 2 is hygiene. Please do not be nasty. Like I cut somebody off with dirty ears. I like just cut them off.
That's some serious
Detail. Hell yeah.
3, I don't know what my 3rd one would be. I don't know.
Well, since you don't know, can I ask you, have you ever went...
Hey. Okay, Siri tripping. Siri
Since you said
hygiene.
Since you said hygiene, I'm only interrupting because you didn't have a 3rd one, but since you said hygiene, have you ever gone down on someone and they still have residue left over from doing a number 2?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well.
And they wanted their booty ate?
First of all,
yeah.
gonna do the butt test. You're gonna butt test. You're gonna put your hand down there or fingers. You're gonna feel down there. If anything crusty,
and if somebody even do that, they nasty. That's a thought.
If you feel anything crusty, moist, any hair or anything or any type of layers down in the area, and you come up and just.
That was a good
one.
That was a good one.
Yeah, no.
And you like,
so you're gonna be going down there.
You're gonna go like this. Like, you ain't even gotta go like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's real rank. That's real rank.
I'm glad you said that. My number 3. If you're not a good kisser.
Okay.
That's good.
Not a good kisser.
That's good.
I cannot deal with somebody that's not a good kisser because I like
especially when they got them little lips. They so small, y'all. All on their face, right?
But some people just go too fast. They be like, I'm like,
that's how you kiss, or that's how they kiss.
What the fuck? That's how they kiss. No.
So you smooth with it when you do it.
I am a passionate foreplayer.
Oh.
All right. You better
All right.
Oh.
All right. So what are your 3 vices, Mr. Dwayne?
Well, for me, yeah, I'm glad I'm number 1, 2. Yeah, I've been thinking, man. I'm trying to top these guys, but number 1 is a guy that can adapt as far as appearance. Okay. Which kind of goes back to what you were saying as far as like, okay, if we're going out for evening, well, me and you just kicking it and we just having a good ass time, dress the part. Please don't come out. I'm pretty sure you probably used to whatever it is that you got going on. But when you're going out with someone, you need to be presentable. Being stuck in the same place. If I meet you, and I know you're going through some things at that one particular space in your life, but then maybe a month or so forth, and I'm trying to give you that opportunity to maybe build on yourself, and you still in the same place. Not gonna work. And also just somebody that's not open-minded. I won't want to talk to someone that's not open-minded, because we as individuals, we go through a lot of different things. I'm an individual, he's an individual, so of course he has a different background than I have. So when we meet, I'm expected for you to have something different from me. So if you ain't willing to understand that my opinions may be different from yours, then we definitely not gonna be able to move on to the next level, because at the end of the day it's all about growth. When you meet someone, you want to be able to grow, understand what they going through, understand what yourself is going through, and then y'all come together. So that's that's my thing.
I'll say hygienes. That was the last video you did was hygienes. And the person do have to be a great kisser. And we gotta have strong chemistry together, because I don't want to be like we're talking and next thing you know we're just looking at each other because you know what the fuck did we talk about? Like,
that's a great topic.
Well, hold on, maybe he might be high at the time on some kush, so I don't know.
But that's a great topic.
I don't want to just stare at you. We just have a moment of silence. No, nigga, we're not saying no.
That's an awesome topic. That really
moment of silence and pledge with each other. Like, no, we're not doing that shit. We need this fucking. We need to talk.
That really aggravates me. I hate when people call me and we sit on the phone and they're silent. They don't have anything to fucking say. That aggravates me.
Well, maybe you like the way you breathe.
No, listen. I don't like. See, my thing is, I don't like to waste time. So don't waste mine at the end of the day. Or if we go out, see, my thing is, I'm a blogger, so I like to ask questions. I'm very inquisitive. So if we go out on a date or whatever you want to term it to be, and we're sitting across from the table, and I ask you questions, and you don't want to answer the questions, how the fuck am I going to get to know who you are if you can't answer questions? That aggravates me. Like, people don't talk nowadays, and people think that they have to, I shouldn't be answering this question unless we've talked for 3 weeks, or I shouldn't have been answering this unless we talked for 3 months. Fuck out of here. Like, what's the problem? You can't answer a simple question. I just don't get that. And then they sit there quiet and still, and we're just both looking at each other like, that doesn't make that's boring. Like, I just don't understand that.
I don't like to have a boring relationship. No.
So you're all about communication. You're all about communication. Everybody's all about communicating.
Yeah, you have to have a conversation. What are
the signs of someone taking you for granted?
That you put
that's
strong.
You put your
that's strong right there. Hold on. Wait, let me inch up a little bit. That's strong right there. All right, that's strong right there. So can you elaborate on somebody taking advantage of you, or taking you for granted? Let me say that. Not taking advantage because, see your thought might like that, but.
I would say someone who, when you feel like you're putting into the relationship and they're not, and I really feel like communication, if you're giving them all of you and they're not telling you about their life or their past or what they want in the future, that's taking you for granted because I'm giving you a piece of me that I may not give to everybody else. So you're actually taking me for granted because I'm opening myself up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, sir?
I mean, being in a relationship where you just not 50-50, y'all will meet and gated relationships, you guys move in so quickly because you have this connection with people. Right. But when you move in, you realize that, okay, I'm taking care of all the bills, I am, cleaning the house, they're working or whatever, but you just want to have that 50-50 with somebody. Right. I don't know.
Well, to piggyback off of you, when you make more money and you come home and the house is not clean and food is not made. I think.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. If they don't have a job,
if they don't have a job, wings or something. I'm sorry.
If they don't have a job, because because
somebody don't have no job.
I let somebody stay.
How old are they with no job?
I let somebody stay with me. I let somebody stay with me where they didn't have a job, and I still bought the groceries and everything. Only thing you gotta do is just get your ass up and cook.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
And we were dating at the time. I was being a good friend, and we ended up dating for a short period of time, like 2 weeks. But just get your ass up and cook.
That's all.
My thing is,
we both gotta work hard here.
My thing is,
cook too and clean.
That's not taking. If I'm with someone and they're going out working or whatever, and for whatever particular reason I'm off, because I'm not going to be without a job. I'm always going to stay making money. That's just me. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about anybody else. They go through what they go through. But if he out working, doing what he needs to do, I'm not taking him for granted if I don't fucking cook, clean, or whatever the case may be. No, what needs to happen is communication needs to come into play, because if you expect someone to do something just because you're doing something, then I need that communication, because I'm not going to sit here and read your mind. I'm not Jean Grey off X-Men or Professor X, or I'll be like, okay, when he get home after working, then he's going to expect X, Y, and Z. If you don't communicate with me, then I'm not going to assume, and therefore I'm not going to do. Because at the end of the day, if I'm off, bitch, I'm off. I'm enjoying my day. I'm having a great time. And if you don't say, babe, can you make a meal, or babe, can you know what's going on or whatever, can you take care of this for me, then 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I'm off. Now that wouldn't be me taking you for granted. That would just be a lack of communication on our behalf. I think open communication allows for you to realize when someone is actually taking you for granted. Because I don't think in any relationship should you expect someone to do something for you if you've never communicated those types of things to that particular person. Because the way that you see a relationship may be different than the way that I see a relationship. And I think that's a lot of the problems with people that get into relationships. You come home and you pissed because the dishes aren't washed, or you pissed because this ain't done, and you just had a long ass day at work. Bitch, I don't know what you went through at work. You didn't text me all day. I know that I was off, so now you about to come home and spaz on me because I'm like, come on now, really? No, communicate. Yeah. If you want something, ask for it, or let it be known that that's the type of person that you are. Never assume that someone should automatically just be on their knees, just bowing down for you because you were working and I was off.
I think you should wash that damn dishes and clean up the house. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, if I'm working and your ass is home all day not doing shit, I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna curse your ass out. So best thing is just wash the damn dishes and vacuum and wipe down the counter. I don't have to ask you, it's your house too.
And I might want to say that. So to kind of, I don't mean to.
So you were saying, hold on, wait, let him finish. So you were saying it doesn't matter. I should be considerate no matter what.
Yeah, of course.
Correct. Even if you never voice that that's a particular vice for you, I should already know.
You should already know. I'm gonna do it and you.
Some people people aren't like
It's
that.
just vice versa. That's
Some people just aren't like that.
And you're right.
But why would you go walk out and leave the house dirty as hell?
Some people aren't like that. Some people are just nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
Some people are
And it
nasty.
depends on
Well,
who
I
you
think
choose.
good hygiene. It's good that I think good hygiene niggas. That's what I can say.
Wash them dishes.
Just like going.
That's
my motto.
That's mine.
Just like going back and I said,
Listen, you wash
Just-
the motherfucking dishes, I cook.
definitely-
Thank you.
Thank you.
She got some shit to say over there.
Come on,
come on.
She got some shit to say.
Get on camera. Get on camera.
Hold on, wait. Let
Lady Marmalade. Lady Marmalade.
I mean,
You can be a guest. Come on, we got to see for you right here.
No.
Right here.
Let her talk.
It's okay. I mean, if the nigga don't, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, everybody gonna have that feeling, like, you know what I'm talking about. If people is down right now, and you know what I'm talking about, you trying to look for something, and you got it, hell yeah. Okay, stay home, this, that, and the third. But if I'm having a bad day and it is dishes in there, yeah, cook, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, not cook, but clean up, this, that, and the third. But okay, when I come home, okay, I might get in the kitchen.
come grab me or
You know what I'm talking about, start this day good, but come on now, if there's dishes in there, and you ain't got no job, and you trying to this and that, and I've been working all day.
And then you talking
You
shit.
know
Well,
what I'm
I mean, can I come back
But
that real
I'm
quick?
working all, no. You been here all day. You feel me? No. You been in here all day. I've been up working all day.
I agree.
Something. And then we keep things calm.
Right.
You watch this, okay, I might come back, you want to do something, feel on you, want somebody grab some, this, that. Something.
Okay.
A little thing is something. Hey, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, you got two
Okay,
things
I got
to
two
add.
things after that. One thing is what we were talking about earlier. Somebody told me that they were very emotional. You know, I got to know them for like 2 weeks, and I was like, this is not for me, because they were like, I was expecting you to react some type of way, because they were just emotional. They just kept spilling their heart out, and I was like, okay.
Was it too early?
Well, yeah, it's 2 weeks. It's like
okay.
we were getting 2 weeks, and they was like, "Well, I was just expecting you to react some type of way." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Okay, this is not."
So
for
you don't
me.
like sensitive people, pretty much. Like you don't like that.
No, it's about that.
Don't tell me that you were expecting me to react some type of way, because you need to get to know me.
Right.
And we've only been talking for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, you're not for me." To piggyback on what she said. Like, my dude got up this morning and cooked breakfast, and he went to work, and I came over here, and Wes wanted some food and some juice for our beverages, and I was going out to get some food and some juice for our beverages, and I did not clean up the kitchen. I went back home and cleaned up the kitchen because I want my dude to come back home, because I didn't know what time I was getting home. I didn't want my dude to come back home and see them same dishes that he got up and cooked breakfast for us, still in the kitchen. So I went back home and I cleaned the kitchen. So Wes, that's what took me so long.
So that's what that means. Obviously he doesn't take his man for granted, and that's a beautiful thing.
That's beautiful.
Obviously he doesn't take his man for granted, and that's a beautiful thing. But I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, bro.
No, but they've established that with themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it's been a situation, thank you, where there was a question there, because I feel that, I'm not going to say this because, I'm not going to say this, but you didn't do it off the strength of not knowing how his reaction would be. You did it because you know how his reaction would be, or that's just you.
I would know how I would feel if I got up and I cooked breakfast and I went to work, and I came back home and those same dishes were still there. I would feel some type of way. Like, dude, what have you been doing?
But do y'all know each other like that?
You know what to do.
If I cook and I go to work and I come back home and them same dishes were there, I feel some type of way. Why you been at home all day? Why these dishes ain't there? The bed ain't made
So you
up.
gonna check them?
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Gonna check them or not?
I'm gonna feel some type of way. So for me to do the same thing, if he gets up and cook, and he goes to work and he doesn't clean the kitchen, and I go out and hang out with my friends, how will I look for hanging out with my friends and he come home and the kitchen not clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You know.
Because you wouldn't do him that
I wouldn't do him that way.
So you don't
That's
take
the
him for
more
granted.
story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you posed the question. What's going on with
Definitely.
you?
For me,
Y'all take each
because
other for granted?
No, not even. But I feel like
Right.
it's still I feel like it's still like a question that I feel like all of us go through, whether it's gay, straight, black, white, whatever. Like I feel like sometimes people take your background. Like say if I expose myself to you, and then you use that and take that for what I'm saying. And put that back on me, basically saying if I'm telling you that this is how I am, and then you turn that back around on me and use that and you taking me for granted for what I just told you, like I feel like that's messed up. Especially in a relationship when you're supposed to have each other's back. You feel what I'm saying? If you're supposed to be 50-50 or I got your back, you got my back, but you're using what I told you against me, then you taking me for granted. You're using what is something that takes so long to get over. You feel what I'm saying? And using that against me, that doesn't make me feel good at all. Especially if I'm supposed to be your man. You feel me?
Okay.
So I feel like that's a big thing. I feel like in relationships where a lot of people aren't appreciated for the small things. Small things matter. I don't give a damn if you go out there and buy me a Camaro, or if you go out there and just buy me or pick me out a flower, whatever. That lets me know that you really appreciate the things that I'm doing for you as an individual, not just as your boyfriend, but just as a person in your life.
But can I say something though? I feel that the two of you need to know that that's the type of person that you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't just expect someone to know
But
that
it's not-
if
you
you never communicate that to them.
You can't expect that from somebody
But if you've been
with
outside
just
for so long, you should know that
initial
person.
meeting.
You
But
should know
yeah,
that.
after getting to know
You
somebody,
should know your vibe. You should know
Right,
your vibe.
but
You should know anything about that
if
person.
you guys didn't have a conversation about that, still, just period, as far as an individual or a human being, period. When
Everybody
you
not
meet
like
an
that, though.
individual,
No, I can't feel that though.
but you're
Everybody
not
not
gonna.
like that, though.
Everybody's not like that, but you're not. Majority of the time, if you meet somebody that you're interested in, you're not gonna introduce yourself in a crazy ass way, like, oh, what, fam?
You're not gonna tell your history.
Yeah, you're not gonna
but like
present yourself that
but
way.
like I said,
You're not gonna
Right,
present yourself that way, man.
but like I said though,
Unless you're that thought. Now, if you just that thought that don't give a damn, then
so
hey,
I'm a thought
cool.
because I don't know how you feel a relationship should be. That's not
Especially if
cool.
you're not trying to have a conversation with
Hopefully
me,
you
and
have
you're
those
just trying to do
conversations
other
before you
things.
No, but
besides
you're
having-
you're not talking about conversation. You're talking about expectation on the behalf of me not taking you for granted.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
that's
I can't know how to do that if you don't explain it to me.
That's what
there's no way.
communication is.
But
There's no way.
Communication,
You
right?
know right from wrong.
Right.
No. You
You
know,
we think people know.
Right.
do know
Right.
right
We think
from
people
wrong.
know right from wrong.
One might be
You know
right
right
for me,
from wrong.
maybe wrong for you, and vice versa. So
But
you can't
it's
expect
still, on a general
everybody.
level.
Let me. I'm gonna shut you down right now. I'm gonna shut you down right now. Does everybody practice? Does everybody practice the same religion?
Of course not.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
Still,
at the end of
technically,
the
you know
day,
right from wrong. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
I always say I give people the benefit of the doubt till they prove me wrong.
Of course.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be.
But we're
People
talking
will-
about.
people will show their face.
Technically, you know right
I don't
from wrong.
understand this panel right now.
The fact that
I don't
people
understand
don't
this
take that
panel.
responsibility, they feel like, okay, damn, I should be held accountable for the things that I do. You still know right from wrong, regardless if it's dealing with that situation or just dealing with any situation. You still know right from wrong.
I mean,
That's like-
you expect people to act a certain way. Like my homeboy that live in Baltimore, he said that one of his homeboys just got convicted for molesting an 11-year-old.
now
He
acting is
said
different
he
from-
said he
acting
would
is
never.
different. Acting
He
and
said he
knowing
would.
is two different things.
He said he would never think that his homeboy, somebody he was close with, would do something like that.
I don't put it past
Like-
anybody.
Until you prove me wrong.
Let
Until you
him
prove me wrong.
And knowing
Right, I
is
don't
two
feel-
different
But at the end,
things.
at the end of the day,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
right
that's
to you
right.
and what's wrong to me
Right.
could be
It's totally
completely two
different.
completely
Right.
different things. That's the whole point. The whole
That's
point
right.
of communication. I need to learn. I need to understand you. I need to live and breathe you and know what makes you tick and what makes you happy.
That's true.
If we
That's
don't
true.
communicate, there's
Everything
no
happy.
way for me to know that. So you can't.
But,
There's no way in hell somebody gonna expect me to wash the motherfucking dish if they ass ain't tell me to wash the motherfucking dish. I'm tired.
But why-
If you want me,
someone else- someone else tell you
I'm
wash
sorry.
the dish.
No,
That's
let me, no,
that doesn't make sense.
no, let me.
sense.
This is my segment. This is my
Wait,
segment.
Again,
And you're
No, that's
single
my-
because
This is my segment.
And you're single
This is my
because-
segment. This is my segment.
Let him finish.
This is my segment. And I'm single because I don't settle with everybody. There's been like
because you won't get him to wash the motherfucking dish.
no. There's been- There's been
all night.
There's been too
Wipe
many
your
people.
cup when you use it.
You gonna let me talk? There's been too many people that actually want to be in a relationship with me right now, but no. Okay, so I'm actually literally single because I do not settle. Okay? There's a difference in me. Anybody can just jump in a relationship, but I'm not that dude.
Yeah, anybody can jump in a relationship.
So what's your type of dude? Like, what is your type of dude?
Oh, we changed the subject. Let me close this off then. Let me close this off. I feel, well, I already said how I feel. You can't expect someone to do something or to act a particular way if you don't express to them that that's what you like or that's what you prefer. You know what I'm saying? And then you get mad when I don't watch the dishes, but you ain't never tell me that that's the kind of man that you like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how are you supposed to tell me?
Hopefully you did express it to them before you got
Well,
to
express that to me. Express that to me. Express that to me. But you already know. You already know.
No. Be honest. 2 weeks, you shouldn't be living with nobody else. All right, so you don't wash dishes. You don't wash some dishes after 2 weeks.
Okay. Say that you're over at your dude's house and they go to work and they trust you that they'll leave you there and you're off for the day, and they get up and cook breakfast or whatever and they go to work. You wouldn't cook. You wouldn't wash dishes. You want to go in the kitchen and watch this?
Me? You talking about me personally?
I mean,
it's not about impressing. That should just be you. Why'd you have to?
But you can't. I'm saying you can't assume that somebody will just. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, people have different beliefs in God, so you can't just assume that what's right for you is right for everyone. That doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, I feel that communicate that to me. If you tell me, baby, this is what I would like in a man, and this stuff, this and and okay, I know all of that, and then you go off to work, and I still don't do dishes. Yeah, cuss my ass out because I'm still trying to be with you, but yeah, you already expressed to me what it is that you like and what it is that you don't like. Don't just automatically assume because like I said, it will never be a situation to where I'm not making money because I will always be making money. I would understand if I was sitting at home broke. Not can't do anything, but my man is out, blah 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 blah. So I need to show for something.
Right. I don't think money has to do anything with. For instance, my relationship in 2005, my dude went to work. He lived in the worst condition. He did not clean.
So did you meet him like that, or did he tell you when you met him?
It was getting to know him. He cleaned up everything. Everything else was clean except the kitchen. And I got my ass in there and cleaned up the kitchen because I wanted him to come home.
You know he gonna slap you up.
No, hell no, fuck no. The time that we got to fighting was the last time we talked to each other. I don't fight.
Okay.
At all.
That's another great topic.
At all.
So you okay with it? You okay with somebody laying around? Okay with just somebody take care of somebody? As long as they clean up, like you said, as long as they clean up. You okay with that?
I need to have half of this bills be paid.
Hell no. I mean, it was his crib and he went to work. And like I said, I'm the type of person that everything else is clean, but he did not take care of his kitchen. So I went in the kitchen and I cleaned up.
That's considerate.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Have you? Okay. I wanna move on.
Yeah.
Because this is interesting. There's an obvious divide. Yeah. I think I'm the only one on my own plate, but that's fine. Have you ever been in a relationship where it was a regular practice for you to fight each other physically?
Never would ever happen with me. I don't think it would ever happen with me.
So
I don't know.
You say you throw bows. You say you throw bows.
At the end of the day, no. Okay, I just say like at the end of the day, I'm a Leo and I have an anger a little bit. I try to control.
Oh, girl, I heard about you. Girl, you crazy. With your ex, ooh, bitch, you insane. Okay, I'm sorry, man.
Orlando is small. Shut it down. Orlando is small. So let me ask you.
It's two different stories to that.
So let me ask you. You be beating up your boys?
No, I'm not. I mean, no.
Let me see. You got any?
I have an anger issue. Like, I will get mad, but like we will like wrestle. If you like piss me off, like I try to walk away, but if you talking shit, like I'm trying to like.
But this is my thing. Knowing the individual that you're with. Of course, I can't speak for his past because again, his past may be different from his present. You understand what I'm saying? Well, we have definitely me. But I'm saying what we got going on could be totally different from what he went through in the past. Right. I mean, you learn from the things that you go through. You know what I'm saying?
So if your man don't watch the dishes, you went out. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take it back. So you went out, you worked all day. Your man at home chilling, whatever. He don't watch the dishes. You gonna whoop his ass?
Of course not. But that's where communication comes in. You understand? I'm a different.
Oh, so we going back to what I said though. We going back to what I said.
I mean, you would definitely.
Because I feel like this. If you have to, if
we going back to what I said though. You gotta get to understand and know the person.
We're never like that.
If you have to blow the bowl.
So y'all, I'm not getting y'all business, but I'm gonna get in y'all business though. Y'all physically fuck.
I mean, like I said, in my past, like I did, like went through that.
Beat up the person.
No, we fought each other over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that our communication was.
You got a jacket, ain't telling me.
We're not gonna talk about that, but our communication was messed up. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when your communication messed up and you think something, you know, you react differently, and I react differently.
No, boo.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me dig in real quick. I'm like, what's going on over here? Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to say that's his friend, so
clear some things up.
Oh.
You know, of course, I mean, of course they're gonna say I'm crazy. Come on now.
So back to the original question. You never got physical with somebody that you claim to love.
Yes, I have.
And do you call that love?
I mean, yes, I do. I mean, I call it
love.
I mean, like I said, I made a mistake. It was happening. You know, so I was young. You know, so I was trying to get to know this person, and then there was a lot going on at that time. So I just reacted differently. But now I'm trying to not go through that.
So then, if that currently happened, and he put his hands on you.
If he put his hands on me, I mean, obviously he don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know me.
No, but I'm saying, but that wasn't the question. That wasn't the question. No, let's not do that. My question is,
we can't talk about
But is that love though? But is that love though?
No, that's. I mean. I don't know.
No, it's not love.
It's not love.
It's not love. You make mistakes. Any relationship you make a mistake. I'm pretty sure that y'all probably got physical.
No.
You never got physical with anybody you talk to?
No.
Never.
That's not love.
Really?
That's not love.
When my ex tried to fight me, that was the last time we spoke to each other. That was
well, everybody has a relationship. Right. Should I say?
How you feel about that?
I feel like I would never touch you, and hopefully you would never touch me. Either if we are in a
but you told me you like to fight, so
I like to fight.
I like to fight too.
Other people.
Okay.
And it's a difference between trying to fight your lover and trying to fight niggas, random ass niggas on the street. Yeah. Don't come at me like you want to fight a nigga on the street.
I have my mistakes.
Okay.
Because when you
so let me.
That means that you're willing to.
Right. I just gotta ask this real quick. What you gotta say? Go ahead. Go ahead. What you gotta say?
Me,
you like to fight.
I honestly never had someone that hit me in a relationship. That nigga was never that crazy. But I think it'd be kind of cute and kind of hot. Nigga choke me here and there sometimes. That nigga shut the fuck up. Nigga.
I just know me. I
kind of like that. I think that'd be hot.
What about backgrounds? Being raised in
an abusive background
in situations where you thought that's what love was.
Chris Brown.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you saying
I can't say that. I can't say that because I was raised.
No, I'm just saying for different people because the different strokes are for different folks.
Oh, now everybody's different.
Everybody's always been different.
No, that wasn't. I can't say that because it wasn't different before though.
Yes, it has been, but I was just speaking on my terms. What I'm saying to you is. He could have came from a background where he thought that roughness and that extraness that he thought it's not an excuse.
I could have came from a background where I didn't want to wash the motherfucking dishes.
What I'm saying is, some people live those lives where they think that it's okay.
Put it in the dishwasher.
Of course, it's not okay to fight your lover. No one said it was okay. I'm just saying everybody has their history, and in my history, I'm saying just speaking on myself.
You beat up your boys.
No, we not beat up, but I mean they put their hands on me. Then I gotta like rough them up.
But y'all still together afterwards?
Yes, we are.
I'm sorry. I feel that love never hurts and love is never pain. I said that.
It's not like I meant to do that.
In the second video.
I never meant to do anything.
So if I come home and I don't wash the dishes and you beat my ass,
see that's petty. That's called petty. It was never that. It was something serious. I don't get into that, but it was way something serious than that.
Because it has been incident. It has been where
my story is different than that.
It has been where I would cook dinner and I would usually cook dinner on my break and I go back to work and my dude get out before I do. And I come home and the dishes are still there.
We still talking about the dishes?
Like, so let's. I'm just saying.
Use a more.
I will get in there and cook. I will get in there and clean up because somebody got to clean it up. Why be petty? Why be petty?
Okay, hold wait. So go ahead.
I said one speaker, one mic. You have to go ahead. I'm saying one speaker, one mic, because it's like a whole bunch of voices. It's just going out there. So this one speaker, one mic, so we can hear each other.
So we'll go down. We'll start with you. If let me pose the question, you answer it, okay? If you caught your man cheating, okay? Don't wait. Shh. You caught your man cheating, all right? You come home from working a hard day's work. This nigga ain't got no job. He chilling at the house, okay? The dishes ain't washed. None of the shit's clean, okay? Even y'all had these conversations. The motherfucker ain't clean the shit. So you walk in the house, tired, you over your boss get on your goddamn everlasting nerves. And you hear, daddy, in the bedroom. And you walk in, bam! He's sitting there and fucking another dude. Okay?
Wait,
Let me finish. Okay.
Okay.
So
I thought about
hold on, wait. Oh, all right. So you got an answer. So you go ahead, you approach him, be like, what the fuck, and you done go fuck him up. You beat him up, right? Now, my question to you is that love, and can you get over it at that point because you don't put your hands on him? And should he expect you to retaliate like that?
Yeah, this is Man vs. Music. You know what I'm saying? Michael Eiffel in the building, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it like this. It ain't flavor, it's fever. Niggas got penny on the wall. I'm on that. Niggas got phony on the ball. I'm on that. I'm on that.